Hi there, I'm a tree, and I'm here to give you some of the Topan tested, toll-proof tips, tricks, and important safety information you'll need to be successful in defending from corruption in an invasion. First, I'd like to thank you for viewing this safety information, as it not only improves your success, but our success in keeping this new world of ours Topan tight in the tree of life. Tip number 1 is to get in Discord. Invasions are won on teamwork and teamwork alone. Typed calls and unreliable in-game voice chat make apps like Discord essential for hearing late-game calls and where you are needed. If not already part of your community's Discord, reach out and someone will post a link in the Army chat. The Discord channel will depend on the defending company. Best course is to hop in Discord right before invite time so you can ensure your channel nickname matches that of your New World character. But why not join the Yaxche New World Community Discord now and save time? You'll find more information and even Discord links for specific company invasion calls. Just search YAXCHE in Discord and you'll find us in the Tree of Life. Tip number 2 is to be prepared. With the plethora of weapons to be crafted, bought, and dropped in Eternum, be sure to hold on to some of the strongest weapons against the corrupted if your primary build is not ideal for an invasion. Make sure you've got your consumables ahead of time, a hearty meal for its regen buff, your stat food of choice, and the highest level honing stones and corruption coatings you can get your hands on. Ideally, each of these consumables will last more than 30 minutes, so you only need to use them once per invasion. Note, you do need a corruption coating for each of your weapons to be applied prior to the start. In addition, have your corruption trophies hang in all your houses for that bonus damage. Up to 15% extra corruption damage from trophies alone. With 50 folks running, buddy, you got a barbecue going. Tip number 3 is to get comfy. Be sure to take in your surroundings and the Discord call vibe for familiar friendly faces and good leadership to get you through the hectic setup phase. Keep from triggering AFK DC by moving around, but bugs do happen in this new world of ours. If you get kicked, stay calm and alert the Discord call to your situation. Someone will take note of your name and pull you back in when able. Be aware, though, that those running an invasion are only able to pull in 10 players, so once the max is met, your ability to return will rely on the numbers of players in the standby list. And with a newly crowded world full of folks wanting to prove their mettle, it can be hard to get into every event. That's why it's so essential to follow these tips up to this point. While you're moving around and listening to the calls being made, take note of the Stronghold's armory tents seen with red tops. There are 4 spread across the lower levels of the walls. What you purchase will vary slightly on your assignment, so purchases will be made in the coming moments. Note, also in the front there are blue top tents beside the armories. These are siege supply generators are only to be utilized by those 3 to 4 folks assigned to the role of repairs. Remember, that blue tent smells. Keep in mind that even though everyone will ideally be in the Discord call, Army chat will be utilized for some communications, so take frequent looks at your chat window. Depending on who is running the invasion, follow instructions given accordingly. Remember that each role in an invasion is an essential one. Every company will lead an invasion differently, and every grouping will be different per invasion. A higher population server comes with much more volume and variety in the invasion signups, so expect to be placed in different locations and different roles depending on where needs are identified. Regardless of the role you're assigned, haste potions are something to be purchased at the armory. Whether you're called to rotate or dashing back to your spot, make sure to have your haste potions bought and equipped. Fire traps are another useful tool purchased at the armory. If you're spreading your damage properly, you'll amass tokens quickly. Fire traps are a great thing to purchase and hold until later in the invasion. Until multiple bosses are being fought in locations, fire traps should only be placed in front of the back gates for sneaky grunts. Gates are the ideal spot for fire traps as the corrupted remain there to attack. Fire traps tick for high AoE damage, but need to be placed strategically to avoid causing a single small dose of damage to an enemy before it moves on. Only 15 fire traps total can be placed on the ground at a time, so placement needs to be planned and not premature. Rotations, depending on the invasion strat, are typically only encouraged when called for in times of multiple bosses in one location, and only by those not assigned to a specific location. The only folks efficiently able to rotate their damage effectively at all stages of the invasion are the ranged DPS and healers on the ramparts. Haste potions are required for even the bow and musket bros to be best utilized in rotations. Collapses are called when waves have broken a gate and the corrupted inside can no longer be managed by the Fallen Gates team and the ranged on the wall. If a collapse is called, all ground teams come into the fort for a full clear of the mobs inside, leaving their gates to be managed by the turrets who will all remain in place in a collapse call. The presence of the third and sometimes fourth repair person shines at this time in holding back waves until the teams are called to return to their posts. Even when all others are focused on the damage done in the middle tower, turret operators remain the only defense against a team-wiping, game-ending bomber wave. For more information on the importance of turret operations, see So You're on a Turret. Bosses are a variety of strong, corrupted enemies with varied fight mechanics and weaknesses. Make sure to pay attention in the earlier waves when bosses spawn one at a time and are more easily managed. If you notice one of these spawns that has not yet been identified by others, please call them out. Bomber waves within a short distance of ground teams and gates, trebuchets, and the bison that they fire into the fort, brigands, priests, commanders, and when new bosses spawn in a lane that still has an active boss fight going on. Void destroyers spawn on a timer and are usually called by multiple people, but calls for more shots on the life-ending laser eyes are always appreciated, especially early in the invasion. Feel free to ask questions you have about your role, the setup, or anything else that may be confusing on the battlefield. There's plenty that is. Of course, the most important tip is to relax and have fun. These things are tough and tend to get tancy when things get confusing and overrun. The only expectation you should set for yourself is to get a little bit better every time. While some chads and stans flaunt their numbers, focus on getting yourself higher on that teamwork ranking. The right people will notice when you're more comfortable and capable and want to keep you around. There's plenty of room on the branches of Yaxche, the Tree of Life. The stronger and smarter we are as players and team members, the better we all are, and the more likely we are to win the invasion. Thank you. I'm a tree, and I'll see you out there.
Yaxche.